Good evening. Startling allegations being made against an Uber driver tonight, and not one but two separate sexual assault allegations here in the GTA. And what's worse, Toronto police say the accused, who has been arrested, wasn't supposed to be driving these two women, and they say there could be more victims.
We're talking about sexual assaults. We're talking about people who are vulnerable at the time that it occurred, and we're talking about people who are vulnerable and put their trust in someone else.
Police say they were made aware of the first incident back in September when a 24-year-old woman in the area of Sackville and Dundas Street East called police after she was driven to a secluded area and held there by the suspected Uber driver, Taneem Aziz.
She got into a black SUV, believing it to be her Uber. Through that trip, she became uncomfortable and at one point wanted to leave, but the driver wouldn't let her. She was led to an area where she was sexually assaulted. The driver actually kept her in the car for a period of time.
Then on April 8th, officers began another investigation, this time in the Royal York Road and Evans Avenue area. Police say the 21-year-old woman also ordered an Uber and also entered a black SUV seen here. And like the first woman, police say the suspect, Taneem Aziz, wouldn't allow her to leave.
She was actually driven around in and out of the city to a number of locations, but parking lot of a fast food restaurant, she was sexually assaulted. Again, she was allowed to leave after a period of time, and she contacted police.
Police say those two incidents led to the arrest of the 36-year-old Mississauga man, Taneem Aziz, who has been charged with 2 counts of sexual assault, forcible confinement, and extortion. Uber tells City News they removed the individual from the app, adding, quote, "What's been described as horrible and nothing anyone should go through. We are fully cooperating with law enforcement and will continue to provide any information to them that would be helpful for their investigation."
He is an Uber driver, and he held himself out to be an Uber driver, but I don't believe he was ordered for those 2 trips.
How would he have known that they were looking for an Uber?
So that's something that, again, we've had very good support from Uber and their investigative team. It's something that we would look into. Is it possible for one Uber driver to know what another one is doing, where their call is, or is this opportunistic? Is he using his position as an Uber driver to gain someone's trust and then ultimately violate that trust?
We asked Uber the same questions. How is it that the alleged driver could have known the 2 women were waiting for their Ubers? We did not get a response, with the company citing privacy. But incidents like these do have some ride-sharing patrons concerned.
It's actually worrying that happens with such a big companies like Uber.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about how that happened.
What safety precautions do you take?
I always look at the license plate. I look at the license plate and I confirm if they have my name on their screen.
Do you think you'll be using increased security precautions?
I don't know. It would be nice to have more, but I don't know what else you could do.
And staying on the topic of safety, one of the things Toronto Police mentioned to us is if you're in a vehicle where the child lock is on and you can't get out, the vehicle is stopped, here's what you can do. Make sure that the back seat is unlocked, bring the windows down, and then just let yourself out. Some of the safety tips that have been mentioned in our story there include making sure you know which vehicle you're getting in and making sure you know that the driver is the right driver. Something police wanted us to mention is that in the second incident, the woman actually asked someone for help, so they are looking to speak to those witnesses or anyone who may have any information. Meanwhile, the accused is expected to make a court appearance on May 23rd.